Hello, everyone, and welcome to Falc's Nest Gaming. I'm Falc, and if you want to know how to make obscene amounts of currency in the new Oblivion remaster, you clicked on the right video. So to start off, our strategy involves the location you see me in right now, called Frost Crag Spire. Not only are we going to be able to make a ton of money using what I'm about to show you, but you're also, as long as you set up your character correctly, can level super fast. So if you notice on the major skills and minor skills for my character, I've got mercantile, speechcraft, and alchemy. Now the rest of the skills really don't matter, down to preference. You can make your own class, you can pick one of the pre-mades. I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood, so marksman sneak obviously made sense for me, but one of the cornerstones of this method is Frost Crag, simply because I've got mine decked out, but you don't really have to. It comes with a garden, and in this garden, as you can see, are all of these ingredients that are going to respawn every 3 in-game days as long as you're not in the tower. So we're going to quickly grab these up. And if you notice, again, I'm going to show you on the skill screen, my character, his alchemy is super high, and as you level these skills, you're going to unlock different abilities. So novice, you can recognize 1 property. Apprentice, you get 2. Journeyman 3, and expert 4. And that's going to be important later, because at expert level we actually get the ability to always craft an additional potion. So once you get your alchemy leveled to that point, then this method actually becomes twice as effective and twice as profitable, and therefore can also help you level up, in theory, twice as fast. So anytime you level up a major skill or minor skill, if you've played the game at all, you know it's going to push that level up bar over just a little further. So this is a great way that you can passively just get XP for doing something that honestly I would recommend doing anyway, right? Alchemy is not only good for leveling and for money, but in a pinch, having that extra healing potion or that extra magic potion can really save the day and save you from a ton of headaches. Now, we're going to quickly loot this up, and then we're going to head over to the location that I would recommend doing this. Now, there's a few other things that that go along with this aside from just the alchemy portion, right? If you notice, in my skills, I have mercantile and speechcraft. So we're actually going to be making as many potions as we can, but then also persuading and bribing, or whatever we need to do with the vendors that we're going to use to make sure that we have the best relationship possible, because that's going to affect how much we can get out of this. Now, it won't make you money initially, but I would recommend actually buying all of the ingredients off of these guys, especially if your alchemy is at a higher level, because you will make money. As a matter of fact, we're going to take a look at where my character's money is right now before we start, at 7,949. So now that we've gathered all of our free ingredients, we're going to go actually to the Imperial City Market District. If it will let me. Oh, I have to be outside. My bad. So Frost Crag, real easy to get this, by the way. There's no in-game quest that pops up for it. You just really go to this area on the map, climb up the mountain, and as you get closer to it, you'll get the pop-ups, and then once you get inside, it gives you a book telling you where you need to go to buy all the upgrades, which is coincidentally in the market district in the Imperial City. So we're going to head that way. Now, there are 2 shops that we're concerned with for this method that I'm about to show you, one of which is going to be over along this side, and it is called, no, it's not this side. It's over on the other side. So we want the Gilded Carafe, which is here, and of course we're going to have to wait because I didn't plan my timing very well. So Gilded Carafe, and then I want to say it's called, I want to show it to you guys. We probably won't do both in the video just for the sake of everyone's time, but it's over along here. It's called the main ingredient, but you're going to do the same thing in both locations. As a matter of fact, maybe we will, because it'll be fast anyway. What we'll do is we're going to buy all of her ingredients, but we'll sell everything over in main ingredient simply because
you in some of my fine wares?
it's possible to get his persuasion higher. If you notice on hers,
Take your time.
my relationship's at 92, and it says we've reached the maximum disposition for this character. So we're just going to buy up
Have a
here,
look at my wares.
and then
I'm
we're going to
sure
go
there's some-
over
you drive
to
a
the main ingredient and
bargain at any price.
get everything he has as well. Now, if you notice on the haggle screen, currently I'm buying at 168 and selling at 52%. So I'm going to try to bump that up and see if she'll let me do it. She did. So every couple purchases, you could go back to the haggle and move it up a little bit. You don't want to go too far because it will upset them, and that can decrease your relationship. Wow, she's really letting me push things today. Oh, we accidentally got clogs there. That's not good. I don't want no clogs.
can't afford to do that.
So 56 is going to be our threshold
A fine
for now.
bargain
So
for
we're
you.
going to go ahead and get all of the alchemy
A bargain.
ingredients. And I'll be able to just blaze through the rest of this real quick.
You're a fine negotiator.
And actually, you could just filter to the alchemy ingredients to
bargain
save
at-
yourself the time. But, you know,
You
I like
drive
to
a
punish
fine
myself,
bargain
so
for you.
I don't do that. But let's just not punish everyone, right? You guys are probably like, man, just set the filter.
You bought that for
Um,
a so-
All right, so we're going to do all that. All these.
You drive
Also,
a hard
you can
bargain.
grab healing potions while you're here if you're in need.
bargain at-
And their inventories will
Pleasure do-
refresh. I believe it's
I let that
daily.
go too cheap.
So the ingredients in your tower will be every
That's a
3
good
days,
deal.
but I'm pretty sure the merchants reset daily. If not, it would be every 3 days as well. I haven't sat and
drive a
just
hard
waited
bargain.
to do this. This is just something I do when I'm in town, in
I
between
appreciate
quests,
your
in
business.
between, you know,
Goodbye.
adventuring, if you will. I'll come and I'll do this method just to make sure that I have enough money to get pretty much anything that I need. I just got the tower unlocked and was able to outfit that completely, and really not by gathering up a bunch of loot, but simply just doing this method. And there's a way that you can speed up the potion crafting, because it is a little cumbersome, but honestly they've made it a lot better than it used to be. If you notice on this guy, oh, we're at 90, so actually our disposition with her is a little better, but I want to say,
you in some of my wares?
oh yeah, look at that. I'm selling at 68% with this guy, so we're definitely in the right place. Now he's gonna have a bunch of ingredients for us too, so we're gonna go ahead and buy all of those up.
That's a good, fine.
We're not gonna get the wine today, sorry guys,
You bought.
or the brandy.
You bought. A fine.
And it's important that I show you guys the
Pleasure.
next step in this. So apologies for the delay while I'm buying up all of this.
That's a good.
But I promise it's going to make sense. And so far, we've lost money. But by the
You're a
time this
fine-
is said and done, you'll see. Not only are we going to be making money, but we're also, for every
I wouldn't make-
transaction, getting
I let that go
experience.
too
Let's see if
cheaply.
maybe we can bump him to 69. Wow. Yeah, this guy really loves us. What about 70? Wow.
I wouldn't make-
Okay.
An excellent.
So
deal.
every once in a
Bargain
while, just hit that haggle
Pleasure
button
doing.
and see if you can
Pleasure doing business.
get him to let you bump it up.
I let that go too. Bargain at
Can
any
we do
price.
71? We can do 71. Nice. Okay, sweet.
I
So now we're
appreciate
ready.
your business.
Well, I appreciate your business.
Bye.
And if
If
you
you
notice, the more you do business with them,
Certainly.
typically your disposition goes up. Ours didn't here, but it can.
You
So we
too.
spent, all in all, about $2,000 from where we started. Now comes time to do the magic part. And so you just go to any one of your alchemy things. I have the Almbic, Mortar and Pestle. I have each of the 4, simply because every one that you have adds to the quality of the potions. And so you're going to want the highest quality potions, because that's going to affect, you know, how much money you're going to make from this method. So if you have an Almbic, it's going to be, if a apprentice one, it'll be at the top of the list. That makes things easier when sorting. So you're just going to go into your alchemy, and then the first thing you want to do is bring up the filters, because otherwise you're going through all of these ingredients and trying to match these up, and that just takes forever. Trust me on this. Get used to doing filters. So you're going to go to filters, you're going to go to positive effects, and you're going to start with the first one. Click it. It will show you if you have ingredients that have that effect. And really, I'm not worried about making specific potions here. I'm just making money. So while I'm on that filter, I'm going to flip back over and craft every available potion with the minimum amount of ingredients. Go right back to the Almbeck, and then we're just going to do the same thing all the way down. Now, as you're doing this, if you have an ingredient that you have a ton of, always start with that being your first one, just because it'll make things a lot faster for you too. So try to keep track of where you're at as you're going. That'll make things a little quicker. But it really, all things considered, if you're using the filters, it does not take a lot of time. If you can, remember where you were, unless you're like me and forget all the time. I forget things. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but it's definitely a thing. So we're going down to the spell life. Ooh, tobacco. Tobacco kind of goes with everything, eh? What are they trying to say there? I hope you guys are enjoying the remaster, by the way. I am really thoroughly enjoying it. As a matter of fact, as far as 2025 goes, this has been probably the most enjoyable release for me personally. This is a game that's near and dear to my heart, as I'm sure it is to a lot of us. So, all right, fire shield. And as you see, the further you get down the list, the easier this becomes, because you'll have less ingredients to filter through. But if you do it this way, by the time you're done, you know that you've made every potion that you can with all of the ingredients you have. And so you can feel good about moving on from it, as long as you don't miss one like we just did, or I just did rather. Alright, so let's do that. And then we're going to go back to the filter. Now, if you don't have an ingredient that can produce an effect, it won't be on the list. So that's why you want to go to the filters, because they really will help you keep things organized and get through this as fast as possible. So this is going to take some time. Feel free to fast forward the video if if this is too obnoxious for you. But at the end of it all, we're going to see, after getting the ingredients from the tower and after buying the ingredients from the vendors, exactly how much money we're going to get, right? No. Did something wrong here. 45 fatigue. Oh, we have 2 filters applied. Okay. So careful with that. That's why I go out, and I didn't go all the way out, and I should have, because it clears the filter that you set before. So Fortify Magicka, Ginseng, Nightshade. That worked out. Now we have 3 and 3 of those. Back, and then there. And we're just going to keep going down the list. We were at Magicka, so personality, speed, strength, willpower, nope. Frost shield. Potatoes for frost shield? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, and then let's see, invisibility. Ooh, we do have some for those. There's certain potions that are going to be worth a lot more as well. Chameleon, invisibility, things like that tend to be bangers in terms of what you can get out of them. So we're going to go down again. Lights is where we are. And as we get to the second list of effects, you'll see we're going to be pretty close to done at that point, simply because we've worked through a lot of it here initially. So and then reflect damage, resist disease, resist fire, resist frost. No. Paralysis, yes. So we were at resist paralysis. Sometimes I have to just remind myself where I'm at in this process. Resist poison, yes. If you notice, you can hear the level up sounds in the background. This is literally, we're probably going to get a level out of this by the time we're done. We've got a ton of ingredients here. And a lot of times I'll come in after, doing a few dungeons or clearing some Oblivion gates and have more ingredients than what we're looking at here. So Restore Fatigue is one that is always going to have a bunch, simply because it's food, one of the easiest potions to make, and one of the best ways to grind your levels quickly, simply because there's so much food in the game. Like literally everywhere you turn, there's going to be some food for you to grab. So if you wanted to level your alchemy. That's a great way to do it, and a great way to get it close to cap as soon as possible. So let's see, restore fatigue is where we were. Restore health. You may want to start with restore health if you're light on potions. It's not a healing potion per se, but it will give you some health back over time. So it's 15 seconds, and it's a tick of 4 for the lowest level ones. So restore magicka, and we're getting there. But I'm telling you, when you see how much we sell this stuff for, it's going to be insane. And then just the act of selling these potions, we're going to get better relationship with the vendor, and obviously the money, and a ton of experience along the way. I believe we're done with the positive effects. So we are. Now we're going to go to negative. And again, it's only going to show us the effects that we have. And we're probably going to cycle through this list pretty quick, simply because we've already used quite a bit of our ingredients. And as long as you set it to negative, it will stay there. Damage endurance, no. All right, damage health. That's an easy one. There we go. Damage magicka, again, pretty easy. We'll grab that. Grab that. Damage personality. I don't need that. My personality is bad enough already. Damage strength, no. Willpower, no. Agility, no. Fatigue, no. Health, no. Speed, see, we're moving quick. Now be careful when you're doing this not to use your Nern roots. You will need them later. We're done. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Now, time for the payoff. If you notice, just in the act of doing this, our alchemy's increased in the background. And if you saw that bar at the top right, we're about to level just by making potions. And not only that, we're about to get paid. So, real quick, we're going to go into the barter.
You might need a good, strong potion.
And I'm going to try to get as much out of this as possible. So we were already selling at 71 and buying at 140. I'm going to see if we can do 72, if he'll let me get away with it.
I can't do that.
He won't. So we're going to do 71.
That's just not reasonable.
And you see now, because he said no, now he's mad at me, so I'll have to bump it down a little bit. So you can't get too greedy with this, but
that's a good deal.
There we go. Okay, so we're at 70. We're going to go ahead and just sell all of these.
A fine
and again, if you're in a position where you need any of these potions, this is a great way to refill your stock as well. So none of these are ones I need.
Bargain.
So now that we've sold a few, I'm going to see if we can get back to 71, because selling him these potions has probably made him happier. We can. All right. Other potions are useful, but I'm just going to get rid of them.
You got a great deal there.
Dude, we're just going to be so filthy rich after this. It's going to be insane. All right, potion of sorcery, reflect damage. I probably should.
A good price for it.
Probably should have kept those, honestly.
That's more than I.
Restore
You've
fatigue.
made a good bit of
46
gold.
of
You
those.
don't expect me to make that deal, do you?
Oh, okay. So that's something you will run into. If you try to sell more than the amount of gold that they have, obviously it won't let you, because he only has up to 800. So I'll have to sell half that stack and then do the other half.
You drive a hard bargain.
I'm about to drive it harder. Let's see if we can go to 72 now. We did. Let's go. Man, it's almost insane. And it used to be even more broken than what you're seeing here. But all right, let's take a look.
Tell your friends about me.
Oh, I certainly will, Ogier.
Good day.
We started at what was it? 79 after we bought everything, and then selling the potions. We basically just got another 8,000 gold. And you can do this over and over again simply by waiting, letting the merchants reset, or waiting 3 days and going to the tower to get those ingredients. But it's wow. Calm down, bro. It's a great way to not only fill your coffers, but as you can see, to level up fast. I've got to go back to the tower and get my levels in. We shot up 7 points of alchemy just by doing that. So hopefully that helps you guys. If you're out there struggling for some money or learning your way through the Oblivion Remaster for the first time. I will be streaming this at some point. So if you're new to the channel, you'll notice that this is going to be the only video we have up because I'm going to focus on Oblivion content for the foreseeable future. I've got some things with The Witcher I'm planning on doing too. So if you're into that sort of thing, feel free to drop a like, feel free to drop a sub, and keep your eyes peeled because we'll be hitting the go live button and doing a full playthrough of the Oblivion Remaster very, very soon. It's your boy Falk with Falk's Nest Gaming, and if you don't do anything else, please be good to one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.